welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. My name is Cheryl, and today I'm here to bring you the top 5 books I never planned to read. Now this was inspired by the Top 5 Wednesday topic of the same title. I will leave the link to that Goodreads group down below. This will come with like a slight disclaimer because I know that these videos can be kind of controversial. These are just books that I have no intention of reading. If you've read these books, if you love these books, more power to you. I'm not saying that these are bad books or that you are any worse for reading them. You read what you want to read. I'm gonna read what I want to read. So I'm gonna go from like the least controversial to the most controversial just because that's more fun. Number 5 is the Pretty Little Liars series. Now I read this series like forever ago when I was still in high school. I read like the first 4 books maybe, and I remember enjoying them, but they weren't anything spectacular. And I really just have no desire to pick up this series anymore. I've watched the show and I don't know how different the show is from the books. If you guys have read the books versus watched the shows, leave me a comment down below and let me know how different they are from each other. But basically, this plot line and the idea of the books just no longer interest me, so I will not be picking up or ever continuing the Pretty Little Liars series. So number 4 is one I've seen on a lot of people's list, and that is the 50 Shades of Grey series. I know everyone and their mother has read this series. You either love this series or you hate the series. And I just know my reading taste, and I just know I'm gonna hate the series. Basically, the reason that I never want to pick them up is because 1, it started off as Twilight fan fiction. That's just weird to me. And 2nd, there's just so many problematic things about this book that basically, I know everyone's like, you should read the book and figure out if you're gonna like it yourself, you know, don't rely on other people's reviews. But like, the things that people call out for being problematic, such as like the stalking behaviors and stuff, I just know I'm gonna hate when I read. I don't need to read the book to figure that out. So yeah, I just have no interest at all in picking up the 50 Shades of Grey series. So series number 3 is the Vampire Diaries series. I know once again that people either love this series or they hate this series. A lot of people started reading this about the time that Twilight got very popular because, you know, the vampire craze and all that. I'm just not really into vampire books anymore. I have a few on my shelf that I'll probably read, but I just have heard fairly negative reviews about this book series. I know everyone says the show is like 10 times better, and I haven't watched the show yet, so if you think I should watch that instead, just leave me a comment down below because I need to know if that's as good as everyone says it is, because people rave about it, but I don't know. Number 2 is the Twilight Life and Death thing, where it's like the gender bent in a... correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Life and Death is where Bella's a guy and Edward's a girl. It's just completely gender bent. And honestly, this just kind of goes along with I'm not interested in vampires anymore, but I have a nostalgia surrounding the Twilight series. Even though I went so long hating it, I do credit it for getting me into reading, so I have a nostalgia around it that I don't want to taint with this new Life and Death. And number 1 is probably and possibly the most controversial one on this list, and that is the Divergent series. And I know how many people love this book series. And I did try to listen to the first one via audiobook, but I just could not get into it. I don't know if it's because it was an audiobook, and like I've said a million times before, I just cannot find audiobooks that work for me, but I just could not get into this series. I think it comes from the fact that I'm just past the time in my life when I am just into and obsessed with dystopians. I don't find very many dystopian books I like anymore. Hey, my cat. It's always my cat. So I can see why so many people like this series, and I completely understand if it's your favorite series, and as I've said in my disclaimer, I'm not knocking you for liking it, but I just cannot get into this one, and I probably will never pick it up. Plus, I was spoiled for the plot twist in Allegiant, so like, now that I know that, I have literally no motivation to read the series, and because of that plot twist, I know a lot of people started to not like the series anymore, so once again, I just have no motivation to read the series then. So yeah, those are the top 5 books, or mostly series in this case, that I am never gonna read. Let me know in the comments down below some books you plan on never reading. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!